Also tonight, a look at the gunman police have identified behind the deadly ambush on Dallas police officers.
5 officers were killed and 7 more wounded, including 2 protesters in last night's attack after what began as a peaceful demonstration in response to this week's 2 police-involved shootings in 2 states.
There are a number of growing memorials tonight in Dallas, from the scene of the shootings to the Dallas Police Department.
And President Obama has ordered all flags at half-staff in honor of the victims. Police departments like Miami-Dade headquarters in Doral have lowered their flags. New details are still coming in about the lone gunman, his military background, and what may have led up to the shooting.
We have live team coverage for you tonight, beginning with Andrew Perez, who leads us off live right there in Dallas. Andrew.
Like you said, you got to remember there's a large investigation going on right now. Crews right now, they are at the home of this gunman. They are trying to learn everything they can about him. But here outside the Dallas Police Department, all the flags are at half-staff. And then over here to my right, this beautiful memorial, this growing memorial. People keep coming out here bringing flowers around these 2 Dallas police cruisers. Take a look at that sign right there. It says #BackTheBlue because someone that I love is a dad. He's on the force. A lot of people say this was just an absolutely despicable act. It's a harsh reality and a heartbreaking one as officers gather outside the Dallas Police Department. Strangers bring flowers, water, and support.
It just hurts. It's just really sad to see something like this happen.
You don't target people just doing their jobs.
So we got a guy with a long rifle. We don't know where the hell he's at.
Officers were targeted during the ambush on the streets of downtown Dallas Thursday night. Police say at least 1 sniper was positioned above a peaceful demonstration against police brutality. The city became a war zone.
Shots fired.
We are heartbroken. There are no words to describe the atrocity that occurred to our city. All I know is that this must stop.
5 officers were killed, 9 others injured. This chilling video showing one's final act of bravery, taking on one of those shooters before he is killed. We know police were negotiating with a gunman who was holed up in a building, combative until he was killed by police. The suspect, a 25-year-old who served in the U.S. Army Reserve.
He said he was upset about the recent police shootings. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
Many in the community condemning these horrific attacks. Organizers of that initial protest say they never expected it would end in bloodshed. And you can only expect this memorial out here to grow. We're getting reports that a search of this shooter's home has so far turned up some bomb-making materials, weapons, ammunition as well. Again, police right now trying to figure out if there were any other people involved in this deadly attack. President Obama, he called it cold. He called it calculating. As soon as we learn anything new, we'll have it for you here on Local 10 News. We're live in Dallas, Texas. I'm Andrew Perez. Back to you.
All right, Andrew, thank you. President Obama responding to the shootings as soon as he landed from Poland, saying there is no justification for attacks on police officers.
As I told Mayor Rawlings, I believe that I speak for every single American when I say that we are horrified over these events and that we stand united with the people and the police department in Dallas. According to police, there are multiple suspects. We will learn more, undoubtedly, about their twisted motivations. But let's be clear, there's no possible justification for these kinds of attacks or any violence against law enforcement.
Attorney General Loretta Lynch also spoke out earlier today, expressing her condolences to all the families of those who lost their lives.
Last night, at least 5 police officers were shot and killed. Several more were injured, along with 2 civilians, as they sought to protect a peaceful protest in Dallas, Texas. Our thoughts and our prayers and condolences go out to the families of those who have lost loved ones.
We've also learned that Micah Johnson was the lone shooter, and before his death, he did not claim to have ties to terrorist groups. Janae Stanwood continues our live team coverage.
And Calvin, ABC News is reporting that ammo, vests, rifles, bomb-making materials, they've been found inside of Micah Johnson's family home. Police initially thought there were several shooters. They now believe that Johnson was the lone sniper.
Micah Johnson was 25 years old, a former Army Reservist with no apparent criminal history in Texas and no known ties to terrorism.
But last night, cops say he unleashed a hail of bullets into scores of police officers and then engaged in a long standoff with others.
We got a guy with a long rifle. We don't know where the hell he's at.
It's where negotiators say Johnson told them he was angry and the end was coming.
The suspect said he was upset about Black Lives Matter. He said he was upset about the recent police shootings. The suspect said he was upset at white people. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
Cops eventually used explosives and killed him. Police have been collecting evidence at the home where Johnson lived alone with his mother in Mesquite outside Dallas. Friends reporting he was educated and, quote, cool. Some neighbors telling CNN Johnson seemed different after returning from Afghanistan. And right now, we know that 3 other people are in police custody, but they have not been identified. And Lori, it is not clear what ties, if any, they had to Johnson.
All right, Janine, thank you. 5 Dallas police officers were killed in the ambush. That's the deadliest day for police since the attacks on 9/11. Victor Okendo joins us live from the newsroom now with more on those victims who died in the line of duty.
And Lori, within the last hour, we've learned the identities of all 5 police officers who were killed Thursday night. The first of 5 officers to die in the line of duty in Dallas Thursday night, Brent Thompson, 43 years old, a member of the Dallas Area Rapid Transit or DART Police Department since 2009, a father and grandfather. Even more heartbreaking, he was recently married within the last 2 weeks to a fellow officer. Also killed in the ambush-style assault, 40-year-old Michael Kroll. He joined the city police department in Dallas in 2007. His family told reporters that he worked really hard to be a police officer, adding that he was living out his dream of being a police officer, now cut short. The third officer that's been identified, Patrick Zamarripa. His father posted this to Facebook, apparently showing his son with his toddler daughter, saying his son was shot and killed by a sniper along with 4 other officers, and that he needs prayers to get through this. Within the last hour, we learned Michael Smith, 55 years old, also died last night, his brother calling him an exceptional father to 2 young girls. He served as an Army Ranger, and he recently thought about retirement, but was more concerned about his fellow officers and remained on the force. And finally, the 5th officer killed in downtown Dallas, DPD Senior Corporal Lorne Ahrens, the last of the 5 to be named. And we've also learned that 3 other DART officers were injured. We're told that they're doing great. 1 has been released from the hospital. Lori.
All right, Victor.